when April first left, did you sleep next to Mike Lindell, says Chevy fan. No, I did not. Because like April always used to tell people, oh yeah, I had cancer. She didn't have cancer. She had a giant cyst on her ovary, gigantic tumor-like cyst on her ovary, and it could have become cancerous one day, sure. But like it wasn't ovarian cancer. So, like, there's, you know, I'm sorry to say this about cancer, but there's levels to this game. So, like, when a guy like Boogie says, well, I have cancer, people start digging in and they start looking around and they're like, this Boogie guy's lied about a lot of shit. In his mouth, like with his fingers, he'd put a gun in and go, I don't give a shit. Or like, you know, Kayla, we're all so low right now and it's all so terrible. And April would like threaten to hurt herself multiple. She's like, maybe if I just go, maybe this wouldn't be a thing. Everybody was just out of their mind. I never did. I like me. I never threatened to harm myself. Why? I just thought it would be a waste of blood. You know, I like to keep as much of it in here as I can. But people do that. They get broken up with. I never understood the whole, if you leave me, I'm going to hurt myself, because I think people should. And look, I've stayed with women before because they've cried or pouted or, you know, said a certain thing or whatever. And I'm sure women will have probably done it for me. I don't know. I've never been, I'm going to hurt myself guy. I've been more of a, like, I'll change, we'll work this out, blah, blah, blah. And whether I do or not, I don't know. I feel like I have in the past. But like when you break up with a partner and then they go, I'm going to hurt myself, the reaction you should have is, that's a real bag of shit thing to do. I wish you the best. I'm out of here. Like, if anything, someone threatening to hurt themselves when you leave them should hasten your exit. You should leave faster, because that's a manipulative shitbag thing to do. And most of the time, they ain't following through. Some of April and I's best times when we were married was in Las Vegas. When I was spending a lot of money. No, I'm not going to be a dick about it. Like, we had fantastic times. We got married there for a reason. We loved it. We loved being there together. Some of my best times, I remember, were out there. And one place April and I had that was like kind of a religious thing is we always went to the Mirage when we were close at the end of the night to buy these. There was a food item that she really liked. It was one of the sandwiches. I can't remember. But their Italian sub. Oh, she liked the, was it double or triple layer chocolate cake? She got one of that. We'd bring it back to the room. I'd get the Italian sub. We'd bring that to the room. There was just a little, you know, order and pick up food place in the Mirage that we loved going to. And also she loved the scent of the Mirage, and you could buy candles and air fresheners that were the scent of these different casinos. And the Mirage was one of her favorites. I remember when April and I went in 2020, or the first year we went to Las Vegas together, we went, they had just brought masks back. We booked our tickets because they said no masks. And I think it was like $350 for 3 nights at the MGM Grand. Airfare and hotel, by the way. It was like, oh no, it was $600, airfare and hotel, for 3 nights at the MGM. Like, they were giving it away. I got up at 3:30 in the morning, and April had a blister on her heel, and I went to get her Band-Aids. And as I walked to the Walgreens, scariest thing, man, it was a Friday morning in Las Vegas, empty. No car. I'm talking cars. I'm talking people. Nothing. I have a video on my phone from August of 2020, and it's just, there's nobody there. I think I took a 30-second video, and there was one person, and it was a guy sweeping the sidewalk. That was it. And I'm even gathering empathy for Nick's narcissism. I don't think he sees it. I don't think he knows what he is. I think he has, because he's locked himself in that house and he doesn't have a lot of friends. I think he's convinced himself that the universe he's created for himself is the way the world is. And that's where I'm saying, like, I don't feel the need to shit on these people anymore, and I feel much better, because you think about that, and that's such a sad world. That's such a sad, small space to be in, and you don't really wish that on anybody. You know that thing where people say, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy? I've been feeling a lot of that lately. I'm on Destiny's side, though. Shut the up, dude. Get out, like, dude, honestly. This is how I felt, like, at the end of my interviews I was giving about the Nick. And I was thinking about this yesterday. I was like, I should have just kept all that shit on my show. That was a mistake to go on all. I should have just done that myself. But you got to go through this shit to learn it. But, like, I'll give Boogie some advice right now. Turn your computer off for 5 goddamn minutes. Get out of there. These two are just going to humiliate you because you're in a humiliating position. Stop digging. Look, I understand doing what you got to do for business. I understand, especially when you're in a panic state and things are not going well and you've probably been being handled a little bit. What do you do? I got a lot of empathy nowadays for people not doing well. Because that boogie was manipulating the shit out of those two because he got caught with the cancer grift and they were confronting him on it. And he's like, well, maybe I should just hurt myself. Dude, I've lived through this shit before. When you hold people accountable and then they try to get sympathy by turning themselves into the victim, that's a shitty thing to do. I have no problem with what Destiny and Keem did. Other than they should have just fired that retard and kicked him off the air. J-Bra says, Nikki Nine Doors. Is that something Nick said about Aaron's butthole? Nicholas, last name, Gers. I don't know. Because it's more profitable to do it that way, to be a backstabber, than it is to just face up to anybody. And then you believe manipulative liars. What are you going to do? It's unfortunate, but you can see it coming from a mile away, Nick. People on the internet are not your friends. They're opportunists. They always will be. Hey, man, jump on my back. Everybody, hey, if you need to make a buck, you can't do it on your own. I draw money. That's for sure. I draw money for people. You can't make, I mean, that's a big girl admission to say, I can't make it on my own. I need to ride this dude's coattails, but it's more profitable to be a backstabbing than it is to actually be honest. I get it. I understand. I have nothing but empathy for that. I mean, you could try to, do something more productive, but I am the draw. I get it. People sign up the day of for that. At least if you get yours in advance, you're guaranteed a spot. But cornhole tournament starts at 3. We're going to be drinking all day out on that patio. And then we've got, oh my God, have we replaced the backstabbing with a family reunion, a steel toe family reunion. Whiskey Pete, Oz, we got Matt, we've got Johnny, we've got the Aristococks. We're going to bring 101 out there. Holy shit, is it going to be fun. And we're going to get everybody to perform. Everybody's getting up on stage. This is going to be the most memorable anniversary show ever. I'm very excited. The universe unfolds as it's supposed to. And this has provided us an opportunity to, I think, give me a wake-up call and do this anniversary show the right way, which is go to your blood, invite the family, invite the steel toe people who have got us here. I'm very excited for that. When Whiskey Pete and Oz said they were coming, I was thrilled because those are two of the original